Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters, where we use the whole entire table to show you each and every strategy. Where we just don't roll the half table. Where we have sides on our table to keep them from rolling off into the floor. And where we believe that DI is the only way to win big in craps. Today is making money off of random rollers. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you like a table, try your hardest to remember how the dice bounced and how the dice sounded when they hit the table. Because overnight they can sit there and change that table. Over a weekend they can sit there and change that table. So when you go back to that table, check. Does it sound the same? Does it bounce the same? I went to a table that I liked and I was like, it sounds different. It plays different. I'm not going to play on that table because it's ruined now. I did get taken, I'm not going to say where because I don't want them to change the table. I did get taken to a restaurant at a casino, and afterwards I was checking out the craps table. There was one gentleman rolling, and he was rolling well. He just could not put the money where his rolls were at. He put them in the field, and then he rolled like a 6 or an 8. He left. There was only me. I started with this. Started with 100. I knew, there's other people there. My wife was there. Our friends were there. And I knew that I just couldn't spend the whole night there. We had to go back to Ellis. And so I thought, well, I'll try $100. I'll try one roll, one turn. And I took this $100 and made it into 400. I just kept on rolling and rolling, and I thought, well, this is crazy. I want to see how much I can boost the box numbers up. And if I keep on winning, I'm just going to sit there and just play it out. I had the 4, the 5, the 6, the 8, the 9, and the 10 up to 100. And I finally sat there and 7'd out. 100 into 400. One turn. I left. It was fun. The dealers didn't say much. I was surprised at that. They're very quiet. Definitely sit there and remember the sound of the table. If you like a table, the sound is what's going to draw you to, when you go to other casinos, the sound is what you're going to pick up when you sit there and hear other people roll. You're like, this sounds like that table I really liked. I guarantee you, the sounds there is probably going to be the table that you like. I don't know what they have underneath the table. I wouldn't say it's wood. I almost have to sit there and say it's slate. If I could change my table to slate, I would. I've looked for slate. The only way I can see purchasing slate is, for like a pool table. And they'll put the holes in there. And I'm like, well, I don't want holes. But on the other hand, I can cut it. But then I have to buy a tile saw to cut it. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions on how I can get slate, that'd be awesome. Also, how much weight do you think that would add to the table? I mean, I don't want to fall through the living room floor. It already weighs quite a bit. I don't know if slate, I don't know. You tell me. I looked and I didn't have any answers. So if you know something about slate, leave it in the comments. I don't know. We were going to be talking about making money on random rollers, and we finally got to 2,000 subscribers. I want to thank you guys personally. We blew it out of the park. Let's just keep on going. Let's just keep on going. Like, share, subscribe. If you like my videos, definitely sit there and give me a thumbs up. Definitely sit there and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It does not cost you anything. All it says is, man, I like your channel. That's all it's saying. I like your channel. That's all I'm saying. So, without further ado, here is today's video. Alright guys, rules of the game. I have 10 players here, and we'll use these guys as players. I have 500 sitting here. If the random shooter knocks us off twice, you'll see what I'm talking about. We are not going to chase it. We're just going to let that random roller 7 out. So there might be some dead spins in this, but that's just what I've gathered. We don't want to have, to chase numbers. So we're going to start off with 50 bucks on the don't. We are not going to sit there and hedge it with anything, and we are going to sit there and do the all tall small. Even though they're a random roller, I understand that. But sometimes random rollers they can really roll. So we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so we did not get knocked off. Our point is a 5. We're going to sit there and mark the 5, and then we're going to sit there and ask for 50 bucks on 5. So we have a don't 50, and we have a do 50, and we have our all tall small working for us. And I'll make sure I mark the numbers. It's going to be a 3. Hard 10. 5. We'll go ahead and mark it again. It's fine. So we're going to lose this guy right here. But they are going to sit there and pay us for that 5. And they're going to pay us 70 bucks. Our all tall small is still working. Same shooter. It's going to be a hard 8. Of course, the optimal is a 4 or a 10. And that way, if they hit the 4 and the 10, it's going to be worth a lot more. Nine. Seven. We lose our all tall small. Oh, I didn't mark the 8. I'm sorry about that, guys. So in this case, I need change. I didn't think about that. In this case, for the 6s and the 8s, you're going to do 48. So that would have been up there, and we lost our 48 bucks. But being that shooter 7'd out, we picked it up right there. That was 6 rolls of the dice. That's pretty much the norm.
Are you going to put your small tall back up?
Oh, that's right. Hard 8. That's down one person. One, 30, 45, 8. 9. Eight. So, puck gets turned off. Mark that. Lose this. And on that, we're going to win 56. Same shooter.
So when the shooter hits the number, you take it down.
Yeah, you take it down and you're making more than you would here because this is just a flat bet.
Okay.
So the best scenario would be the 10 or the 4, and they'd pay you double.
Okay. Okay. I get it now.
That's going to be a 7. So we lost or don't. That's the first time the shooter knocked us off. Remember, we're only going to allow that twice, and after that, we're just going to pass it by. These would come down. And we're going to put these guys back up. Seven again. So we're taking everything down and letting the shooter finish off their roll. All right, shooter. It's going to be a 6. Mark the 6. Okay. Nine. 10. 4. 10. 4. 9. 7. Buck comes off. We change people. Alrighty. 2. Now, being if you roll a 2 or a 3, and then on the next turn they roll a 7, that kind of counters that off. Um, 6. 3. can see just how close we are right now. We just need a 4 and a 5. Yo. Nine. Eight. We're 2 away from the tall now. Eight again. Five. We're going to be 1 away from the small. Eight. Three. Looking for that 4. 2. 9. 7. So that shooter was really close. There are times that you just don't play it, and then you sit there and say, "Well, I think that person would have made the all tall small." So it is only $15, but we'll see if it's worth it. Let me get some change while I'm thinking about it. All right, let's go. 7. That's the first time we get knocked off. Nine. Ten. Four. 7. I don't know if I turned one over yet or not for that one. We say we did now. 5. Seven. We really need to make this all tall small one time for it to be worth it. Even just half a tall or a small would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, you know how them random rollers go.
So it looks like we have 4 more random rollers left before it becomes our turn. Seven. Oh, that knocked us off. All right. 7 again. We'll let them finish off the game. 9. 8. 6. 9. Same shooter. Back up on the 9. 10. 9. 8. 3. 6. Now watch this be the time that you get your all tall small. 5. 9. 'Same shooter. 3. 7. 6. 7. Nine. 10. 7. I did put my money up. 9. there goes there. That pays there. That goes back there. And I lose my Alto Small. Put that back up there. But I don't think this is doing too well.
Take the white chip over.
Got 2 more players left, and we're running low on money. 7 out. That's not good at all. Or you didn't say 7 out. It is 7. Line winner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a winner right there. Yo. Yo. Two. Oops, I did put money on 5. There's our money for 5. We lose this guy here. And that's going to pay us 70. Sam Shooter. Again. Seven. Well, this should have been our last shooter. I just thought it was.
It is. You took this all the chips down and put it right there.
No.
This is the last one.
Last shooter. Seven. That's not a good start.
Well, what do you expect from the random roller?
I don't want to throw the people I heard say to do this under the bus. I'll just sit there and say it was another different craps platform that sat there and said to do this. They want to do $100. I decided to go down to 50. So if we did $100, we'd just be losing twice as fast. 9. But I thought, let's see what happens. If it works, fantastic. If it don't work, we need to stay far away from that on the casino. 8. And like I said, if we just won one time on the all tall small, just one of them. I can see how this would be doable. I mean, I could really see it doable if we get a 4 or a 10. I forgot to put my money up. There goes that. Turn this guy off. Take this guy down. Let's put that guy back there. This one goes away. We went 70. That's why we try things out before we go to the casino.
Oh, sorry, that flew out of my hand. I know. Back of the wall, shooter. Back of the wall.
Part 6. Seven. So this one here is a disappearing act. It's that was 6. I put money on 6. How to make $500 disappear? We have 170 and 160 left, and we started with 500. So I would not recommend doing that. Unless you just had, if you were starting to hit the all tall small, but as you saw, that wasn't right. Definitely stay away from it. It doesn't mean that it will never work, but I would caution yourself. That is for sure. If anything, I would have put more here and then picked 2 numbers, even if it was the 6 or the 8. So maybe that's what we'll do next time. We'll put our money here. Whatever they roll, we're putting on 6 and 8. And we'll try the all tall small again to see if betting the all tall small on random people is a thing to do. Thanks for watching. Thank you guys so much for getting me up to 2,000 subscribers. My random roller is Goldbug Slots. She is trying desperately to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can do something fun, and that'd be give her $1,000 at Ellis Island and have her run from slot machine to slot machine, frustrated, pulling her hair out, and then she kind of would know how I feel every time I let her roll for me being the random roller. If you could help her out, that'd be awesome. You don't even have to watch the videos. Some of the videos have me in it, but if you could make that happen, just subscribe to her, get her up to 1,000. That way we can go live. It doesn't cost you anything. We're not selling you merch. We're not, asking you for your firstborn. None of that stuff. We just want you to subscribe to her channel. Thank you guys. Have a good one.